Hi! Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po yung Agaran Servicio Lady, Dr. Hilda Ong. Ngayon, ang pag-uusapan natin, yung kumbaga yung naganap na webinar na ginawa po ng St. Stephen High School Alumni Association. Ito ay noong December 4. So, ang kasama po namin ay si Dr. Jose Eitan. Siya po ay isang internal medicine, gastroenterologist, and a diabetologist. Ibig sabihin, pwede siya sa internal medicine. Ang specialty po niya ay kapag po kayo may mga problema sa ulcer, gastro, siya din ang head po ng Chinese General Hospital Medical Center sa endoscopy department. At yung nga, nabanggit ko kanina, noong December 4, kami ay nagkaroon ng webinar. At dahil ngayon ay Kapaskuhan, nakikita po ninyo, ito yan. Merry Christmas po sa inyong lahat. At ang topic ay tungkol po sa holiday season, healthy lifestyle. So, nagpakita po si Dr. Joseta ng isang PowerPoint presentation para malaman natin kung paano mag-compute, paano alamin kung ano po ba ang dapat iwasan at mga dapat yung mga pagkain na wag naman, pwede tayo kumain, pero wag na, kailangan may limit. Wag yung tuloy-tuloy. At syempre, di ba kadalasan pagka ngayong Kapaskuhan ay tayo ay party dito, party doon, lalo na ngayon ay nasa alert level 2 at pinayagan na ng IATF na pwede po tayong mag-Christmas party, pero siyempre kailangan observant para natin ang social distancing. So, ang first part po ng aming webinar ay tungkol po sa holiday season healthy lifestyle at ito po ay panoorin po ninyo dahil ang dami po nagsabi po na sa mga nanood po, ang dami po nag-join po sa aming webinar at nagsabi na talaga very informative at marami daw po silang matutunan. Kaya panoorin po ninyo ang aming first part na ito ay holiday season healthy lifestyle. Kasama po namin si Dr. Husetan. At siya po syempre po kasama ko rin po ang aking kasamang partner moderator na si Mr. Jerry Nang, na kaming dalawa ang nagtatanong, plus may mga katanungan mula po sa chat room na meron din mga nagtatanong, yung panoorin po ninyo at hopefully sana magustuhan po ninyo.
Now, let me introduce to you my partner for tonight's webinar. And she's our moderator. Dr. Hilda Koong is from St. Stephen's High School Batch 76. She was awarded St. Stephen's High School Alumni Association Outstanding Alumni in Public Service in 2015. She is currently the chairperson of the Welfare Committee of the Alumni Association. She's a Remater newspaper columnist, radio broadcaster and commentator, former consultant of DENR, National Irrigation Administration, as well as PCSO. She's a consultant of National Water Resources Board, a multi-awarded public servant from different government agencies. She's a YouTube blogger, an influencer, and product endorser. She has a daily program entitled Health and Travel at Servicio Publico every Monday to Friday from 8 to 9:30 in the morning, which is aired over DWBL 1242 kHz AM band. And also every Friday, Caritas in Action at Radio Veritas, 846 kHz from 1 to 2 p.m. Allow me to present to you ang nag-iisang agarang serbisyo lady, my co-moderator, Dr. Hilda Koong.
Okay, good evening to every school alumni at syempre po sa lahat po ng nanonood ngayong gabi sa ating webinar. At ako muli po si Dr. Hilda Ong at mas nakilala po bilang agarang serbisyo lady sa Radio Veritas at sa DWBL. Ngayong gabi ang kasama ko muli ay si Jerry Nang. Siya ay from St. Stephen High School, batch 1989. At last October 1st, kung nakasama po nyo kami, at yung last October 1st talaga, ang dami nagsabi na very informative. So tonight, magbibigyan na naman kami ng isa naman magandang topic for today. Ito ay holiday season, healthy lifestyle. At meron pong tayong part 2. Ito ay tungkol po doon sa anti-COVID booster shot. At sino ba si si Jerry Nang ng aking partner? Alam po ba ninyo, siya ay isang consistent honor student. Graduated magna cum laude in college from the De La Salle University, postgraduate Master in Business Administration from the De La Salle University, hosted various activities of the alma mater such as the 102nd founding anniversary, opening of the St. Stephen exhibit at the Chinatown Museum, etc. at maraming pang iba. At sa kasalukuyan, siya din ay St. Stephen High School Alumni Assistant Secretary General. Currently, siya ang news editor and news anchor ng Chinatown TV. Kaya sigurado ko, Partner Jerry, ito ay lalabas ito sa Chinatown TV after ng ating itong gabi na to. And then siya din po ay isang freelance event host, singer, translator, and interpreter. At kanina, nabanggit ko po sa inyo, ang topic po natin today ay holiday season, healthy lifestyle. Kaya mula ngayong araw na ito, ay 21 days na lamang at Pasko na naman muli. Pero dito sa Pilipinas, pagpasok pa lamang ng September ay nag-uumpisa na ang Kapaskuhan. Kung wala lang sanang COVID-19 global pandemic, October pa lamang ay may mga nagsasagawa na ng mga Christmas party, reunions at mga get-together parties para makaiwas sa hirap mag-book ng mga venue at catering services para sa mga ihahanda ng pagkain. At ang malaking bahagi ng Paskong Pilipino, ang mga kinakain natin sa gitna ng pagnguya ay ang mga kamustahan ng mga magkakamag-anak, mga kaibigan na matagal na hindi nagkita, lalo na mula 2020 na talagang wala tayong, kumbaga, wala talagang nag-celebrate ng Christmas party sa labas ng kanilang bahay. Dahil tayo lahat ay natatakot pa last year, di ba? Kasi wala pa itong vaccination. So lahat tayo last year, wala ni isa sa atin hindi pa nababakunahan. And then this year, so everybody is so excited. Pero naisip ko, sabi ko, nung after ng ating webinar ng COVID-19 awareness, sabi ko, dahil magpapasko na, kailangan pag-usapan naman natin, ano po ba dapat ang tamang pagkain at paano natin malaman kung tayo ay hindi na okay. Kasi bawat reyon sa Pilipinas ay may ipinagmamalaking mga recipe na nilalabas lamang tuwing Pasko at sa mga espesyal na okasyon. Katulad ng ito, halos lahat ito ay paborito kapag Pasko. Lechon, di ba? Buong lechon. Kaldereta, sukpo, alimango, lobster, sisig, inihaw na liempo, pork and chicken barbecue, kare-kare, laing, fruit salad, iba't ibang mga klaseng cakes, di ba? Mga juice, and then mga soft drinks, ice cream, at marami pang iba. Kaya naman marami talaga ang tumataba sa mga panahon ito dahil sa mga kaliwat kanan ang kainan. Sabi nga nila, Dr. Hilda, napasin namin, pumayat ka nga itong nung nagkaroon tayo ng COVID, dahil nagkaroon tayo ng lockdown. Sabi ko, paano naman di ako papayat? Kasi wala na kasi nagpapakain sa akin, wala na kasi nagtitreat sa akin. Kasi last year, imagine halos gabi-gabi nasa mga buffet, o kaya naman, syempre kami as a media personality, kapag kami ay nag-i-interview from morning, afternoon, and night, syempre right after the interview, syempre sila ay magpapakain sa amin, and after the dinner, kakain na naman. So yun ang, kumbaga sa nasisira talaga ang pagdjejeta. Pero ngayon, dahil sa Kapaskuhan at nasa alert level 2 na tayo, ibig sabihin, pwede na naman tayong magkaroon ng gatherings, pero pag-iingat pa rin dapat bawat isa. At marami ang, pagdating ng December, marami ang humihinto muna sa kanilang dieta dahil ika nga, minsan lamang sa isang taon ang Kapaskuhan, lalo na ngayon, kumbaga mababa na wala na talagang as in COVID na pumapasok na pasyente dito sa NCR. Kaya pag-uusapan natin ngayon ang tungkol sa paano ba maging healthy sa panahon ng Kapaskuhan, at mapala tayo dahil makakasama ang isang ekspertong totoong internal medicine expert on gastroenterology and diabetology. At syempre kanina, di ba, nabanggit ko sa inyo, yung mahihilig sa mga matatamis. Siyempre, ang daming mga prutas, fruit salad, nandiyan lahat yan. Lalo na ngayon, nadagdagan pa ng mga milk tea. And then, sa ngayon, pagdating ng December, I'm sure isa rin kayo. Siguro maraming nagko-collect ng mga sticker para makakakuha ng mga calendar o mga tumbler doon sa mga coffee shop, puro mga matatamis yan, di ba? So, ang magiging guest speaker natin for tonight ay siya po ay meron pong clinic sa Chinese General Hospital and Medical Center at siya po ang head ng endoscopy section. At meron din siyang clinic sa Metropolitan Medical Center. At the same time din po, meron din po siyang clinic sa Chinatown dito sa may T. Alonso. At nahulaan na ba ninyo kung sino ang ating special guest for tonight? Siya ay si Dr. Jose Tan, isang diabetologist and gastroenterologist. At talagang nung time nung tinawagan ko, Doktor, pwede ba kita ma-interview dahil sa panahon ngayon, lalo na Kapaskuhan, maraming hindi nakakaalam na ano ba mga dapat na iwasan o kaya naman paano natin malalaman kapag tayo ay hindi na natutunawan na at meron naman iba ay yung iba naman nakakaroon ng constipation. So ngayong gabi mapalat tayo dahil makakasama na po natin sa pagtanong. At meron pala akong bago tayo magsimula sa ating pagtatanong, ang part 1 ng webinar ay tungkol po sa holiday season, healthy lifestyle. Tatapusin ko muna ang mga pagtatanong ko kay Dr. Jose Tan at syempre si Dr. Jose Tan ay magpe-present din. Kung meron kayong mga katanungan, mag-comment lang po kayo sa chat box. And then, ang si partner Jerry, siya ang pipili muna ng mga 10 question na hindi ko na itanong kay Dr. Jose Tan. After ng 10 question, magkakaroon muna tayo ng short intermission. And then after the intermission, babalik muli kaming dalawa. At ang next topic naman po natin ay tungkol naman po, ang pag-uusapan natin ay tungkol naman po sa anti-COVID-19, itong booster shot. So after that, after ng booster shot, pwede naman tayo kayo muli magtanong. Either gusto niyo puro booster o gusto niyo balikan ang topic nating tungkol po sa healthy lifestyle. Tuloy-tuloy na po tayo. Hanggang nandyan po kayo, tuloy-tuloy tayo. Dahil si Dr. Jose Tan ay binigay na talaga sa ating ang kanyang oras ngayong gabi. So, welcome po Dr. Jose Tan. Kasama na po natin siya ngayon.
To thank the St. Stephen Alumni Association for inviting me. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, I was asked by Hilda to give you a very brief discussion on lifestyle during holidays. So, I will be speaking in Tagalog, English, and Chinese. So, it's to mix up everything. So, to review your Chinese language. Now, the topic today is about healthy lifestyle during holiday. When I say healthy lifestyle, hindi lang pagkain, but it's still lifestyle. Kasama nito ng pagtulog, pagka-exercise, and sometimes it's the relationship, between your colleague and your person surrounding you. Okay. Now, the outline of my discussion, first is we talk about healthy eating during pandemic. So, what is the difference between eating, walang pandemic, saka eating na may pandemic? 2 is physical activity. Number 3 is mental health. And then number 4, we will have a COVID vaccine booster discussion. Okay, now you know that diet is balanced between the input and the output. So input is when you take in through the mouth, and then output, how do you use your energy? Now, let's talk about ano ba yung impact ng COVID sa lifestyle ng mga tao. This is a study in China about 133 participants. They found out yung mga pasyente 18 to 60 years old. And they found that these people have more screening time. Guilty rin tayo dyan. So 70%. And then increased fruit and vegetable. But at the lower subjective well-being, yung mga medyo mga hindi masyadong affected ng patao, ay there's an inactive physical exertion. Palagi na lang nakahiga, nakaupo, cellphone, editing. Infrequent fruit and vegetable intake, out of stock sa market, and then skipping of breakfast. Some of us, like me, we don't eat breakfast anymore. We eat brunch. So during the lockdown, we ate at 11 o'clock. So it's a combination of the breakfast and the lunch. Kasi nga, nakakatamad eh. Wala ka naman ginagawang buong araw, nakahiga ka lang, so we eat only twice. No? So skipping of the breakfast. That is correct in the usual real world. And then, on the challenges of the eating during pandemic. So, ano ba yung mga problema natin sa pandemic? One is lack of knowledge on healthy eating. So, hindi natin alam kung ano ang dapat kainin, ano ang dapat i-order, no? Lack of cooking skills, yung iba hindi marunong magluto. So, puro order na lang sa labas. And then, resorting to fast food deliveries, no? So, yung mga high-fat, high-salt diet. So, what is the result? Pagka-result yan, yung immune function ng tao, bumababa. Tapos, siyempre, kakain tayo ng mga fast food, tataas ang sugar natin, tapos mag-overweight. So, the people that no, everybody gained maybe 10 to 20 pounds, no, because of the lockdown. And then, there will be a low-grade inflammation. Ang inflammation kasi, inflammation ng heart, inflammation ng lungs, this is related to obesity and hyperglycemia. Pag mataas ang sugar mo, meron kang konting inflammation sa katawan, sa ugat ng puso, sa ugat ng sa lahat ng sa coating ng iyong intestine. So it affects almost inflammation by giving you when you take this mga unhealthy food. Okay? So ano ba ang pwedeng gawin natin para mag-improve ang pagkain during pandemic, no? So before anything else, I wanted to teach you, everybody here, how to compute for your ideal body weight. Pag nagit mo, naku, ang hirap yan. Ang hirap mag-math yan. No, this is not difficult. So, very easy. Remember, I want you to concentrate on this Hamwis method kasi you can compute that through mental. No? Example, kunwari, 5 feet ka na lalaki, tapos for every 5 feet, you place 106. Tapos, to every inch increment, you add 6 pounds. Bigyan kita example. 5. So, 5, 106 times 30, 136. Kaya 150, 160, overweight ka na. So, isang ulit lang, you don't have to use calculator, you will know. Sa babae naman, 5 feet is 100 pounds. Tapos, for every 5 pounds, 1 inch increment, you add 5. So, let's say 5'2" ka, 100 plus 10. So, dapat 110 pounds ka. Kung ikaw ay 130 pounds, that means you are 20 pounds overweight. So, very important yan because you will now gauge, you will understand na overweight ka. Kasi karamihan sa atin, hindi natin alam, overweight na tayo eh. So, relax tayo, we keep on eating. So, but when you know that you're overweight, you will start trying to look for a better food. Okay? Itong tanhauso medyo mahirap i-compute. Okay, so remember the Hamwis method. 106 pounds for the male, female 100. For every increment of 1 pound in the male is 6 pounds. For every increment of 1 inch in the female is 5 pounds. Okay, so this will be the basic para pag nagsasalita tayo maintindihan nyo where we're going. Now this is okay. Now this is the body mass index. And you can see that how to compute for that. Very easy. The weight in kilogram divided by height, no? Height in meter square, no? Weight in kilogram divided by height per meter square. Now, example, ang weight mo 100 pounds, ang height mo 5 feet. Okay. So, female, 20 years old female. So, weight mo, 5 feet is 152 centimeter. Okay, so that's 1.5 meters. Then height mo is weight mo is 45 kilogram. Okay, and then height mo is 1.52. So ang computed niyan is 0.98. Bakit natin kailangan malaman yan? Because this is where you will know whether you are anong type ng iyong obesity. No? So dito na tayo. Ito. Yes. Okay. So now, dito makikita mo na ang value, no? So number 1 is you can see that this is area, this is underweight, below 18.5. So ang normal natin is, this is WHO, and this is Asian. No? We go for the Asian. Sa WHO, underweight ka pag 18.5 ka. Pagka 18.5 to 23, normal weight. Pag nasa 23 to 25, nasa overweight na. Pagdating ng 25 to 30, tawag dito, pre-obese. Now, yung obese mo, pag more than 30. Okay? Pag 30 to 40 ang BMI mo, obese type 1, obese type 2, pagka morbid obese, and super obese pagka ikaw ay more than 50. Okay? Now, my assignment to the people listening is try to compute where you are, no? Basing on the formula I've given you, and then you can copy, screenshot this one, and try to look at it. If let's say you are obese type 1, we have to try to follow the diet that I will teach you, and you can go to the obese or pre-obese area. Pwede yan, kaya natin yan. Okay? Okay? So, try to compute, no? That is your assignment. Okay. Now, how about the diet, no? There are fad diet that is being, which one is the work and which one is the best, no? So, let's go for ito. Ito tinatawag natin na Atkins diet. Okay, Atkins diet, marami siyang low carbohydrates and high protein diet, no? Okay, and then high fat diet. So ito, nandito mas maraming itlog, isda, no? Meat, no? Soya produce, and then vegetable. Ibig sabihin, from the mas marami, ito papuntang mas konti. So, pagdating dito, vegetable, and then pagdating dito, ito yung mga carbohydrates. Kaya low carbohydrates, high protein, high fat diet ito. Atkins diet, no? Susunod natin ay tinatawag na keto. Yan, ito yung keto. Uso-uso yan na ngayon, mga gusto magpa-sexy na ating mga kababayan. So they go for keto. Keto is low carbo, normal protein, and high fats. Okay? So keto diet. Ibig sabihin yan, yung carbohydrates kasi nakaka-gain ng weight. So pagka binawasan mo yung carbohydrates mo, yung katawan mo magbe-burn ng fats, no? In order to lose some, to produce carbohydrates for you. So this is good for weight reducing. Unfortunately, hindi siya healthy, no? Kasi ni-starve mo yung katawan mo, no? So we don't advise this type of diet. Pero yung mga gusto maging sexy immediately, ito yung kanilang best diet. So let's look at the ketogenic diet. So let's go for the, ano ba yung mga good fats, no? As I said, ketogenic diet is high fat diet, no? So ngayon, titingnan natin, ano ba yung mga high fat, no? High fat, ito yung tinatawag na good. The good, the not so good, and then the bad. Okay? Ano yung mga good natin? These are the monounsaturated fatty acid, no? So yan, these are omega-3. Ang mga consist yan, avocado, salmon, almond, walnuts, no? Flaxseed oil, olive oil. So this can help lower triglyceride level and decrease inflammation. Ibig sabihin, binababa niya yung triglyceride. Triglyceride is basically carbohydrates. Okay? Cholesterol, basically these are fats. Okay? So, kaya hindi maintindihan ng ibang tao, ano ba yung triglyceride, ano ba yung cholesterol? So, ang triglyceride, pag ang carbohydrates mo, sobra ang production, nagiging glycerin. At kung glycerin na yan, pag tatlong glycerin, nagsama-sama, tawag dyan, triglyceride. So, in short, carbohydrate excess can produce glycerin. And triglycerin will lead to formation ng triglyceride. And this is a bad one because they lodge into your heart, they go into the liver, kaya nagiging fatty liver. ang fatty liver ay kung ang fats mo sa liver ay 5 to 10% o 5 to 10%, normal yan. Pag more than 10%, nagiging fatty liver na. Pag more than 20-30%, in the long run, magiging cirrhosis yan. So this is another topic. But that is how bad the triglyceride is. And triglyceride can also affect the heart. It can block the heart vessels. That's why lowering of triglyceride is very important. Now, we go to the not so good fats. Saturated fat. Okay? Now, saturated fat na nakita natin yan sa mga full dairy products, no? Full cream milk, no? Pag yung milk mo, ginawa mong non-fat milk, hindi na yan bad. Okay? It's the full fat dairy products, no? Like cheese, yan, ito. Red meat, yan. Ito, blue cheese. This is my favorite of my daughters, no? Blue cheese and all this cheese, no? Yan. It can increase the heart disease, increase cholesterol, okay? And then can also cause cancer. Like colon cancer is associated with intake of red meat. When you say red meat, these are the beef and the pork. Okay, so the red meat. When you say white meat, these are the fish and chicken. These are the healthy meat. The unhealthy meat are the red meat. Red meat is beef and pork. Okay. Now the real bad fat are the trans fat. No, so trans fat nakikita mo yan sa mga it can decrease good cholesterol. No, these are the fried food packaged chips, no, mga potato chips, no, and then it lowers cholesterol, it decreases the good cholesterol, increase the bad cholesterol, and inflammation. Ano bang pagkakaiba ng good cholesterol at bad cholesterol? Naguguluhan kami. Ang good cholesterol, it is the cholesterol that yung kinukuha niya ng mga taba. At yan ay tinatransport niya, dinadala niya, no? Parang carrier siya. Dinadala niya yung mga taba na masama sa liver for processing. And then the bad cholesterol, dinadala niya ang bad cholesterol to the circulation, to the blood vessel of the heart, to the blood vessel of the brain. That's why you develop stroke and heart attack. Okay? So ano yung good cholesterol? Ang good cholesterol is called high density lipoprotein, HDL, good cholesterol. Ano yung bad cholesterol? It's called the LDL, low density lipoprotein. Pero doktor, meron na nakikita na VLDL, very low density lipoprotein. Yan ang triglyceride. So pag mataas ang triglyceride mo, titignan mo yung VLDL. Pag mababa yung mataas ang VLDL, you need to treat the patient. Okay, so yun. VLDL is for the triglyceride. LDL is for the cholesterol bad. And then HDL is for the good cholesterol. Okay? So, ano ba yung trans fat? No? Panagin na lang yun. Walang trans fat, walang trans fat. Ano ba yun? So if you look at it, no, this is the it is the food, no, the Food and Drug Administration is taking steps to eliminate trans fat in America, no? American diet. So it is adding hydrogen, partially hydrogenated oil, our primary dietary source, no, of artificial trans fat in the processed food. So yun ang mga hydrogenated fat. Ito yung vegetable oil, low trans fat. But when you go into the high, the product, no, gets more solid, trans fat increases. So yung mga lard, no, yun, stick margarine, yan ang matataas sa trans fat. Yan ang ginagamit ng mga restaurant sa mga French fries because number one, mas masarap ang amoy. Number two, mas cheaper. But kita mo, pag mataas ang trans fat, mas mataas ang chance mo magkaroon ng heart problem. Okay? Okay, so let's go to Okay, now, fat diet. So, nandun dito na. Tapos na tayong ketogenic, no? So, ulitin natin, ang Atkins diet is low carbohydrates, high carbohydrates, low fat. Ketogenic diet is high fat, low carbohydrates. Okay? So, ito, low carbohydrate diets consists of Atkins, Zone, okay? Then Orbis and Learn diet, okay? And then we have also what you call the very low calorie diet, no? So very low calorie diet. So ano ibig sabihin yan? Pag kumakain ka ng 800 calorie per day, okay? So apparently, konti lang kinakain mo. So this is a very effective way of losing weight. Unfortunately, it will not stay there. So why? So this is a study comparing the weight loss between the very low carbohydrates and low carbohydrate diet, no? On short term and long term. Short term, mas mabisa yung very low carbohydrate diet, no? Pero pagdating ng long term, pareho na sila. So bakit ka magpapakamatay na mag-diet ka ng 800 calorie? 800 calorie, actually, mamaya makikita nyo kung gaano kakunti yung 800 calorie, no? I'll show you the different caloric comparison. Okay, so when you try to diet short term, makakababa ka ng timbang, no? So from 16 compared to 9. Pero pagka long term, pareho na sila eh. So bakit ka magpapakamatay para mag-diet para when it will not be sustained? Ibig sabihin, papayat ka ng 5 pounds, tapos after 3 months, 1 pound na lang natitira. So, hindi masusustain. Okay? So, lugi ka doon. Lugi tayo. Yes. Okay. So, this is of all the diet in town, ito yung pinakamagaling. So, ito yung dapat nating gayahin. Ha? So, ito yung tinatawag na Mediterranean diet. Okay? So, ano ba yung Mediterranean diet? Ito yung diet na this is more on the social, no? So this is every day ano ba to? Yeah. Physical activity, no? So be active, physical active, and then enjoy meals with friends and others, okay? So ito, nag-exercise. Kailangan may kasamang exercise yan. Itong diet na to, kasamang exercise. That's why we don't usually call them Mediterranean diet. But we call them Mediterranean lifestyle. Kasi because this is more on a lifestyle rather than a diet. So ano ba ang pagkakaiba nito ng Atkins sa mga ketogenic diet? So every day, you have to have physical activity. Then every day, you can have a meal, no, around this food, no? And yan, vegetables and all these green foods, no, vinegar. And then you have fish once a week or twice a week. And then the weekly moderate, weekly meron kang mga yan. Ito yung mga high fat na. So, ito naman, super high fat. No? Okay, now let's go to this. You can see that there will be less, often ito. So, meat and sweets. No? Then when you have this one, you have more on this carbo, no? More carbo, low fats. Okay? So ito yung diet na pinupuntahan natin. And then every day you have to take lots of water. And then also you have to take moderation wine, no? Which we don't advise. So in short, pag Mediterranean diet, ito yung pinakamagaling sa lahat ng mga diet. Okay, so ano bang nasusulat diyan sa Mediterranean diet, no? Sinabi dito na prevention of the heart disease with Mediterranean diet supplement with extra virgin olive oil has 30%, no? 30% lesser heart attack and stroke among people who are taking Mediterranean diet compared to those who are not taking. So this is a very, very nice study published, and this is a proven effective diet. Okay, so this is another meta-analysis, no? Meta-analysis is a different report, pinaghalo-halo nila, tawag dito, meta-analysis. And then said that Mediterranean diet, improvement ng metabolic syndrome. So metabolic syndrome, ano ba metabolic syndrome? Pag mataas ang blood pressure mo, mataas ang cholesterol, mataas ang triglyceride mo, meron kang diabetes, may high blood ka, tawag dyan, metabolic syndrome. The effect of a Mediterranean diet, no? It affects the children, the young adult, adolescent, and then also the elderly, no? Meron siyang effect on this, and among elderly, the most important thing is it prevent, no? Early memory loss, no? Dementia. Okay? Which I think majority of the alumni nasa 50s, 60s na, no? O mayroong mga 30s pa. So yan, importante na we follow this type of diet. Okay, another study showing that Mediterranean diet, it improves, no? Reduce the weight, improve cardiovascular disease, heart disease, reduce the diabetes, and improve diabetes result, blood sugar. Okay, so it has more significant effect, no? 80% reduction in the hemoglobin A1C, 88% reduction in the blood sugar, and then there's a high adherence, no? In the Mediterranean diet na marami na sumusunod sa kanya at sila ay 23% reduction of the risk. Kunwari, meron kang risk diabetes. Pag na Mediterranean diet ka, 23% lesser chance ka magka-diabetes. Ayun, intermittent fasting, no? Ayan, uso ngayon yan. Mga nagpa-fasting na yan. So, healthy eating, frequent small meal, every 3 to 4 hours. We will discuss this later on. And then circadian clock leads to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Ibig sabihin, if you change your circadian clock, circadian is the body clock that makes you awake, makes you sleep. Kaya kung binago mo yung kunwari, nagigising ka ng alas 7, natutulog ka ng alas 10, tapos bigla ka nagbago kasi nga, COVID season, ginawa mo, nanood ka ng Netflix hanggang alas 4 ng umaga, no? So, marami dito mga guilty, no? I myself, guilty ako. Nag-Netflix ako ng up to 6 hours, no? Non-stop. So, what happened? So, you sleep 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. So, yung body clock mo nagbago na. Once the body clock changes, then it affects everything in the body. So, yung magigising ka sa umaga, ang gagawin mo, you sleep in the morning kasi nga sobrang panood mo ng TV o video, all these things, then abnormal na. So, then it will affect your meal kasi pagising mo sa umaga, alas 10 na. So, na-miss mo na yung breakfast. No? Okay? So, yun ang circadian clock is very important. Time to eat, you have to eat. Time to sleep, you have to sleep. Okay? But if you change it, the body clock will be abnormal and it can affect us, no? So let's go to the intermittent fasting state. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng fasting, no? Pagka kumain ka, no? So start when you start eating. So pag kumain ka na, no, tawag ng fed state. Okay? It lasts for 3 to 5 hours. Okay, now, the body isn't processing the meal lasts until 8 to 12 hours after you have taken the last meal. Ibig sabihin, pagkatapos mo kumain, after 3 to 5 hours, that's called the post-absorptive state. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka na kumakain until 8 to 12 hours time. Okay? Now, after 12 hours time, after 12 hours na ng last meal mo, hindi ka pa kumain, tawag dito, fasting na. Okay? So, You have the healthy eating pattern, so you have small frequent meal. Kain ka ng breakfast, no, 8 o'clock, lunch, 12 noon, snack, 3 p.m., and then dinner is 6 p.m. So this is 10 hours, no? 10 hours eating and 14 hours fasting. Ibig sabihin, in between ng 8 o'clock up to 6 o'clock, kumakain ka. After 6 o'clock, wala ka nang kinakain. So this another, people term it as after 6. After 6, hindi ka nakakain. Okay? Now, so these are different methods of intermittent fasting. So yung iba, kakain ng 8 hours, 16 hours ang walang kain, no? Meron naman kumakain ng 10 hours, 14 hours sa walang kain, no? So meron namang kakain, walang kain, kakain, walang kain, no? Ito naman, 5:2 is that 5 days regular meal and 2 days na fasting. Okay? Fasting nga, yung ginawa mo intermittent, may 12 hours kang walang kinakain, no? So yun ang different type of intermittent fasting. Okay? But I want to warn you, yung mga merong sakit sa mga may sakit, this is only for those who are not with comorbid. Pag may high blood ka, may diabetes ka, hindi ka pwede mag-fasting kasi magha-hypoglycemia ka. So you don't do fasting. Okay? So only these are for those who are overweight that is not has no comorbid. You can do fasting. Katulad ng high blood, yung mga pasyente ko, pag fasting din, pati yung gamot, hindi iniinom. So that's bad. So pag fasting, you can still take your medicine, but you can fast the food, no? So yung kasi, sabi kasi bawal kumain eh. So bawal uminom. So hindi ako uminom ng gamot, no? So that's bad, okay? Okay, now ito yung sinasabi natin na effect ng circadian rhythm or clock, no? So itong batang to, nanonood ng TV, kumakain ng at this is night, no? Eating at night. So what happened? So it can cause poor sleep habit. Siyempre kumakain ka, pagkatapos mong kumain, mahirap matulog pagkatapos kumain, busog ka eh. So you have to wait 2 to 3 hours time before you go to sleep. Decrease productivity at work. Why? Because you were eating at night, late, so you were not able to wake up early kasi nga, pagod ka. Hindi ka nakatama yung tulog. No? Then, moody and less sociable. No? Nakikita natin yan sa ating mga kapaligid, mga kasama natin sa office, kasama natin sa trabaho, na pagdating, masama ang timpla. No? So nagiging moody. And then they are less sociable kasi kulang ng tulog eh. So pagdating sa office, medyo pagdating sa tindahan, medyo moody, no? Wala sa lugar. Okay? So, ngayon, another one is called the emotional eating, no? So, tawag diyan comfort eating. Ayan, pag masama ang loob, galit ako sa isang bagay, para makabawi ako, kakain na lang ako. So it is to relieve your tension by eating. So emotional eating. It is a coping mechanism. No? Coping mechanism, ibig sabihin para ma-adjust yung katawan mo sa galit. Para nagagalit o kakain na lang ako para mawala yung galit. Yan. Eating for reason other than hunger. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka pa naman gutom eh, pero kumakain ka dahil gusto mong kumain. So emotional. So yan. So dalawang klase yan. No? So itawag na homeostatic hunger. Yung eating for calories and pleasure. Ibig sabihin, homeostatic, kumakain ka kasi gutom ka na. So you eat because you're hungry. And then you want to have pleasure kasi pag kumain ka, masarap ang pakiramdam. The other one is called a hedonic hunger. Hedonic hunger, ano ba ito yun? Pag kumakain na, kahit na busog na, and only for pleasure, but not for calorie. Ibig sabihin, kumakain ka dahil hindi ka gutom. Pero kumakain ka basta gusto. No? So ano yung tawag diyan? Yung mga kumain na sa buffet, no? Buffet, nakadalawang plato, 3 plato na sila. Tapos kakain pa sila ng dessert. Ang dessert yun ang tinatawag na eating for pleasure because busog ka na eh. Gusto mo ng ice cream, gusto mo ng halo-halo kasi lugi ka kasi binayad mo 1,000 ang buffet. Eh pag hindi mo kinain, lugi ka. So nagiging hedonic hunger. So anyway, parang sobrang pagkain na. Okay. Now, when you talk about wellness, you cannot say, kakain ka ng healthy, tapos na. No. There's also what you call the physical health and mental health. Ito, they are all correlated. Lahat sila ay magkadugtong. Hindi ka pwede maging healthy sa eating, hindi ka healthy sa physical, hindi ka healthy sa mental. Hindi pwede yan. Lahat sila magkakadugtong. Kaya if you want to be healthy, well-being, you have to be healthy in eating, healthy in physical activity. And you can see here, during pandemic, nakahiga, nakaupo ka lang sa nababasa ng mga libro, text. Nasa computer ka, tawag ng virtual learning, virtual study. And then nasa TV ka, nanonood ka ng mga telenovela and something Netflix, magaganda yung mga palabas ngayon. And then lazy, a sedentary life, So COVID-19 containment leads to unintended consequences. So that means pagka nagka-lockdown, wala kang magawa sa bahay, kundi mahiga, kain, higa, kain. So it disrupt regular physical activity, So ibig sabihin ay yung paglakat-lakat mo, kasi bawal lumabas especially mga bata at yung mga matatanda, bawal lumabas, So yan. 7 to 36% less step counted, tapos 30% less exercise. Okay, so then you have the sedentary behavior. Okay, so when you're always lying down, always sitting down, doing nothing, then that's called the sedentary. Walang masyadong activity sa buhay. Okay, this is me. My son Charles bought me a bicycle to let me exercise. So now I try to use this. I have been driving, using my bike when I was still young. But now at this senior citizen, biking is really a struggle. But I was able to do the biking. So try to do active at home during COVID-19. And then join online exercise class, marami dyan. Mga Zumba, dance, and play active video. So meron mga yung mga meron mga espada, yan. Then Chinese Qigong exercise is very good, Chinese Qigong. Especially yung nagsusway ng kamay. It is effective, So one of my patients who has blurring of vision because of the brain mass. So he underwent those Qigong exercise. And he told me, Doktor, luminaw yung mata ko. Sabi ko, there's no way na nilinaw yan kasi it's a tumor in the brain. And true to that, nung nagpa-check up siya sa doktor, talagang luminaw yung mata niya. So I think this exercise, merong effect yan. So if you have some problem and then yung mga Qigong na yan, I think it can help you. So go ahead. It can help you. Okay? And then stationary, try bicycle, then jogging. Paikot-ikot ka lang sa bahay mo, pwede na. Okay, when seated, pag nasa bahay, na doing computer works, nako-computer ka o nag-text ka, okay? You have to stand, You have to stand every 30 minutes and move around. Tatayo ka lang, yan. Katulad kanina, naka 30 minutes na tayo, So tatayo lang. Tapos move around and then sit. Okay? So that will be good. Hindi pwede yung nakaupo ka 3 hours, 4 hours na. Makakaroon ka ng blood clot sa singit ng iyong and cause thrombosis. That's no good. Okay? It's like when you are seated in the airplane for 12 hours, a lot of people develop blood clots dito sa singit. And that's bad. Okay? So in short, when you are seated, you have to stand up, walk around for a few minutes lang, and then sit down again. Okay? Okay, so kung naka-text ka naman, naka-cellphone ka, paikot-ikot ka lang naka-cellphone. Pwede naman. Okay, so yan. At home, do class online, exercise class online, dance, no? To the music, no? Yung mga group ko, mga yun, pwede kayo mga classic, no? Mga cha-cha. Good for you, no? But do not do the rock, no? Baka mamaya mapilayan kayo, no? Then play active video games, no? Meron mga Wii na video games, no? Merong espada, merong golf, merong may tennis pa, tennis. Then skipping rope, no? Bawal yan sa mga senior, so baka madapa tayo, no? Do some muscle strength and balance training. So very brief, no? Usually I teach my patient a very simple trick, no? You just stand up and then march lang. Yeah. Then you count 50 to 100. Then next day, do it 200. And then next day, gawin mo 300. Pag nakaka-500 ka na, you start losing weight. Okay? Every day, in 1 week time, you can lose 1 pound. Okay? So, yun, very simple. You don't have to go to the gym. Doc, kasi umulan hindi ako nakapunta sa gym. Umulan, hindi ako nakapag-jogging. So these people always have reason not to exercise. Now this one, dyan ka lang sa stationary marching, will give you, pag nakaka 500 2 times a day for 1 week, babawas ang timbang mo, papayat ka dyan. No need for dumbbell or those things. Wala akong pambayad sa gym, kaya hindi ko nakapag-exercise, no? So these are the, And during activity, no, around the home, is better than none at all. So, ibig sabihin, kung wala kang magawa, maglaba ka. Okay, so mamalansya ka. Okay, o maglinis ka, ayusin mo yung mga uso ngayon yung plantita. Yung mga ginawa, plantita, they get small, tapos they try to garden. Siyempre, pag buhos-buhos mo yan, may effort na yan. May exercise na yan, no? Now, how much exercise do I need to burn the calorie? So ito, nakikita mo to, yan, letter M. No? Tapos ito, Burger King. So this, with double tawag dito, double layer, no? With cheese, they contains 450 calorie. Okay? So yan, 400 calorie. How do you burn the 450 calorie dyan? Okay, so you have to have 46 minutes of running and 60 minutes of cycling, no? So yan, para mabawasan ng iyong 1 hamburger na kinain mo. Okay? So ito naman, at 550 calories, no? Ito pala sa burritos to. Ito sa hamburger, 550 to 630, no? So you have to have 60 minutes of jogging, and biking is 160 minutes of biking. That's almost 2 hours, no? So labas na yung dila mo dyan, no? Para magamit mo itong If not, this calorie will enter your body. And then they will cause weight gain or taba. Okay? So ito yung burritos. Ito burritos, 450 calorie. How about chicken joy? Chicken joy. Per piece, no? Thai. Okay? So per piece ng Thai is about 360 calorie. And then itong paborito natin na frappuccino, no? Is also 360 to 350 calorie. And how do you remove that from your system? This is 38 minutes na running and 58 minutes na cycling, no? So ngayon, ito naman, Jollibee spaghetti, no? Saka isang medium french fries. This is 300 calorie. So 24 minutes, no? 34 minutes na jogging and then 42 minutes na cycling, no? So, okay, let's go to here, no? Ito na, dito na tayo. Sa Korean pork belly, no? Ito yung samgyeopsal, paborito ng mga bata yan, no? Chocolate cake, Jollibee palabok, and milk tea. So ito mga yan. You need to have 30 minutes running and 45 minutes cycling. How about pizza and chicken nugget? So they are 270 to 287. So 25 minutes na running and 38 minutes na cycling. No? So ito na lang, pinakakonti yung 1 cup of cooked white rice and bread slice and Skyplex. 3 pieces. So this is how many calories? 130 calories and 14 minutes na running and 22 minutes na cycling, no? Swimming. So all of this, you will know that you need to do exercise to balance your food intake. If you eat more, you exercise more. If you eat less, you can exercise less. Okay? Now, let's go to sleep. So sleep. Ang pagtutulog ba ay importante sa health? Yes. Okay? So it's a human characteristic needed in these difficult moments for everyone with so many changes, expectation, and unpredictability. Ibig sabihin, marami sa atin, hindi alam kung ano magyayari, no? Kung matatapos ang COVID o hindi. So what happened? So yung pagtulog, apektado. So masyadong nawo-worry, no? Okay? And then when you sleep also, you have what we call the brain ability, no? To have change in connection with the functionality adaptation, no? To new situation or to change in their environment. Ibig sabihin, nagbabago yung ating brain to adapt. Ibig sabihin, nag-a-adjust yung utak natin sa nangyayari sa atin, paligid na may COVID. So, iba yung pag-iisip natin. Okay, so anong importance yan? During sleep, the brain consolidation, erase memories acquired during the day. Ibig sabihin, yung napagod ka na, pag natulog ka, minsan nakakalimutan mo na yung mga problema, no? Kasi nakatulog ka na, na. Okay? And then it erases the affective and motor and memories. Ibig sabihin, sama ng loob mo, tapos natulog ka, pag tulog mo, minsan nakakaginhawa sa sama ng loob. When you wake up, you feel a little bit better. Okay? And the need for quality and quantity sleep. Ibig sabihin, pag natulog ka, kailangan mahimbing. No? Yung naghihilig, yun, tulog na yan. And then, quantity, ibig sabihin, at least 8 hours sleep. No? Sa mga senior like us, we sleep, yung tulog namin mas kukunti. No? Pag tulog sa umaga, pag tulog sa gabi, madaling magising sa early morning. So, the children or the always complain, Doktor, ang pasyente, 6 hours lang, 5 hours lang tulog. Sabi ko, normal yan. Sa pag may edad na, normal sa kanila na, hindi ganun ang tulog na. Pero these people sleep in the afternoon nap. Ibig sabihin, sa Chinese, tawag ng konditiam. Sa Pilipino, siesta. Pag nag-siesta ka, yung sleep water mo, the circadian rhythm has changed. That's why when you reach night, konti lang ang tulog mo kasi natulog ka na ng tanghali. So anong gagawin mo? Huwag mo siyang patulogin ng tanghali. Magkakatulog siya ng diretso. Okay? So yun ang technique. Do not let them sleep in the afternoon. Okay? Yan. Ito, tips for better sleep. Paano gagawin natin? Okay, so kailangan priority mo. Pag oras ng tulog na. No? Wala nang maraming mga kailangan pa tawagan si ganito. Tulog na lang. Prioritize to sleep. Go to bed, no? Ensure that you are getting 7 to 8, 9 hours sleep each time. Okay? Number 2 is to set a routine, no? Maintain consistent work, exercise, meal, and sleep routine. Ibig sabihin, anong oras ka magigising, anong oras ka kakain ng tanghalian, almusal, merienda, hapunan, tulog. So dapat consistent, hindi pa bago-bago para hindi magulo yung iyong circadian rhythm. Number 3 is unplug. Avoid screen time close to the bedtime. Pag nanood ka ng isang action movie o yung mga horror movie, yung mga may zombie-zombie, no? Korean na zombie-zombie. Pag tulog mo, although pagod ka na, pag tulog mo, yung utak mo is still working. So, mahirap makatulog. Kaya bago ka matulog, siguro 2 hours before, huwag ka na manood. Huwag ka manonood tapos matutulog ka, hindi ka makatulog niya. Okay? That's called unplugged, no? Okay? And then coffee, usually you don't take coffee 4 hours before sleeping. Pero kung very sensitive ka, uminom ng kape sa umaga, sa gabi hindi pa makatulog. So huwag ka na iinom ng kape. Okay? So yun ang coffee is stimulant sa brain. Okay. Optimize the environment. Do not use your sleep space for games, television, work. Aim for dark, quiet, and cool sleep space. Ibig sabihin, huwag mong dadalhin yung cellphone mo, yung laptop mo sa kama mo. Pag kama mo, yung laptop, cellphone nasa ibang lugar, nasa tabi. Huwag katabi mo kasi matetempted ka eh. Oh, last na to, panoorin ko na to. 5 minuto na lang. So kakawin mo 5 minuto mo, umaga na nung nagising ka, no? Tapos hindi pa tapos. Okay? So, tapos dapat ang pagtulog ay nakasara ang ilaw. Gusto mo maglagay ka ng dim light. Pero kung nakabukas ang ilaw, yung mata mo, kaya na nakapikit, nape-penetrate yung light. And when it's a dark room, the brain, especially the pineal body, secretes melatonin. Melatonin gives you sleepiness. So, pag nailaw yan, so konti lang ang production ng melatonin mo, na-inhibit. So, hindi ka makatulog. So, kung matulog ka man, mababaw, hindi yung mali na deep sleep. Kaya, number 1 is to have a dark room, quiet, and cool. Okay? So, yun ang importante. And lastly, do not use alcohol as a step, no? Sleep aid. Ibig sabihin, Dok, hindi ako makatulog pag hindi ako uminom ng alak eh. So, you won't take, no? But alcohol is addicting. So, when you take 1 glass or 1 bottle of beer or wine to sleep, and it causes tolerance. Ibig sabihin, isang bote, next time, hindi mo na kaya ng isang bote. Kailangan 2 bote na para makatulog ka. Kailangan 3 bote na. And then, sasabihin ng pasyente, kasi may problema ako kaya uminom ako ng alak eh. So, alcohol kasi, iba-blanke yung brain mo. So, makakatulog ka. But when you wake up in the morning, you have the same problem. So, you did not solve the problem. Okay? So, huwag ka naman uminom ng alak. Pampagulo lang yan. Okay? Okay, now, mental health na. Nandito na tayo. Home stretch tayo. Before that, so avoid smoking and avoid alcohol drinking. So dito, masaya yung mga wife. Kasi yung ibang husband nila, nagsisigarilyo, yung husband nila, uminom ng alak. So this one, the people who has husband listening, the wife will be happy because we will be able to tell the husband why they should not, bakit hindi sila pwede magsigarilyo. Kasi pag nagsisigarilyo ka, marami kang mga sakit, no? Hindi na tawag na premature death. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo pa oras na mamatay ka na. Kasi nga, heart attack, stroke, all of these are related. And then lung cancer, TB, tuberculosis, no? And then lung cancer, stomach cancer, colon cancer, all related to smoking. And then, effective way to coping with the stress, sabi ng iba. Kasi, pag nagsisigarilyo ako, nawawala yung stress ko. No? I understand. Because some of my colleague doctors, at the middle of the operation, they will stop. And then unscrub, then went out, and then smoke, and then come back. So these are people who are dependent on the nicotine to calm their, during surgery kasi medyo stressful. So para ma-calm down, so they will have, and then develop chronic lung disease. And during cancer, do not try to replace sugar and alcohol. Ibig sabihin, para hindi ka na magsigarilyo, kukuha ka ng asukal, candy, o kaya inom ka ng alak para mawala. So wag na. You just tell your mind, ayaw ko na ng sigarilyo. That's it. You can do that. Okay? A lot of my patients, tatanungin sila, Doktor, paano ka tatanggalin ng pagsigarilyo? So, then I ask my patient, bakit mo tinigil ang alak mo? Ang sigarilyo? He was smoking 4 packs a day. Sabi niya, alam mo, na-bypass ako eh. Eh nung na-bypass ako, namatay ako ng ilang oras. Kaya paggising ko sa operation, I told myself, I should not die again. Kasi namatay na ako minsan. But why did it take na magkaroon siya ng bypass bago siya tumigil? But these are the people who stop because they are also afraid of dying. Okay? So yung iba, naka-cancer na. Look, anong magagawaan mo sa akin? Eh, may cancer na ako. Tumigil na ako ng sigarilyo. Sabi ko, ngayon ka pa tumigil kasi too late na. No? So you should have stopped earlier. So I hope that those who are smoking now do not be offended. Sorry. But I think it is a time for you to stop. Kasi there's still time para mag-stop ka, para have a better life. Okay? And alcohol also, it lowers the immune system. It alters the thought, judgment, and decision. Nakita mo, pag lasing na, kung ano na sinasabi, increase the calories, so tataas ang sugar mo. So alcohol causes liver cirrhosis, it causes pancreatitis. And it causes also damage of the esophagus, it can cause stomach cancer. So it causes pancreatic cancer. So, ang tanong ko sa inyo, bakit gusto nyo magka-cancer? Yun lang. Okay, so lastly is the stress, no? Pag stress ka, it is your mind, no? And body response to a reaction to a real or imaginative threat, no? Event change, no? Yung stress mo is reaction ka lang sa isang bagay nangyari. Let's say, example, internal stress. Isip mo, baka magka-COVID ako. So, stressful ka na. Hindi ka na makatrabaho. No, natatakot ka. Okay, believe mo na pagka lumabas ako, magkaka-COVID ako. So, stress ka. So, ayaw mo na lumabas. Then attitude also is the attitude. Then external stress are yung mga namatayan. No? So, namatayan sila, mga kasama nila sa bahay, nagka-COVID. No? Sila the external stress. No? So, nagbago na yung lifestyle nila. Dati-dati, linggo-linggo, nagigimik sila. Tapos hindi na sila makagimik. No? So, yun. Yung iba naman, linggo-linggo, nanood ng sine, hindi nakapanood ng sine, nakaroon ng stress na. So, management, decrease stress response. Pagka may stress ka, always try, relax lang. Lilipas din yan. So, yun na. Itong problema to, lilipas din yan. So, try to psych yourself that you will be able to get out of it. No? Promote relaxation response. May iba, nag-yoga. No? So, then develop adaptive strategy. Ibig sabihin, kailangan, kung may stress ka, kung magpaka-stress ka ba, mawawala yung stress. Hindi. So, cool ka lang. Huwag mo na siya masyadong isipin. No? So, it is not the stress that kills us. It is our reaction. Okay, so, yan. But there was a study, no? This is a 75-year study sa Harvard, no? On adult, related to the healthy social connection. Those with healthy social connection has the single most important predictor for happiness and longevity. Ibig sabihin, it doesn't mean that kailangan asawa mo, kailangan may mga kasama mo sa barkada, meron kayong magandang relationship. Then yun ang nagpapahaba ng buhay mo, yun ang nagpapasaya. No? So, importante na healthy ang relationship mo. Hindi yung palagi na lang kayo nag-aaway. Alam mo, ang mundo ito, dalawang klaseng tao. Yung isang nag-aaway, saka isang nagpapaaway. So, if you have a very, very enemy or whatever sa bahay na nang-aaway. So gagawin mo, pasok dito, labas dito. And then afterwards, wala nang away. Pero kung pareho kayong matigas at ayaw nyo magbigayan, so 365 days a year, paragi kayo nag-aaway. No? And that's not good. No? That's not good for you. That's not good for your partner. That's not good for your children. Kasi nakikita ng anak nyo, palagi na lang kayo nag-aaway. No? So somebody has to give. Pasok dito, labas dito. So para lang maiwasan ang conflict. At the end of the day, malalaman naman ng tao na mali siya. Then they will try to correct itself. But since sinagot mo na siya, inaway mo na siya, there is already may lamat na yung relationship. And this will go on and on and on. So my advice is, do not take every word told to you, wag po masyadong dibdibin. Because lilipas din yan eh. Sometimes people speak something they don't mean. Hindi nila gustong sabihin. Nasabi lang nila. So you yourself has to control that emotion by being as if that nothing happened. This is the best solution rather than being confrontational. Okay? So when we have this one, authentic social interaction, even in the brief ones, have positive effect on longevity. Kung ikaw naman ay walang partner, you can go for your friends. Punta ka sa kaibigan mo, mga best friend mo. Move around, talk. Enjoy. No? Importante, happiness. And then you have the positive effect. No? Okay, so how does relationship affect the people? It activates the parasympathetic nervous system by lowering the stress and hazardous consequences. Hazardous consequences, pag galit na galit ka, tataas ang blood pressure mo, heart attack na yan. Tataas ang blood pressure mo, stroke. So that's no good. So what we do is to kung sa give and take. Sometimes you give, sometimes you take. Okay? Hindi pwede yung ikaw lang palagi magtitik. So ibig sabihin, try to be understanding, no? Hindi under desire. Yung people say, ay si doctor under desire. No, it's not under desire. I just understand the stress of what is happening to my partner. That's why I try to understand. I try to rationalize. Galit siya sa akin, siguro. Oh, siguro ma. Okay. All right. So, ngayon, last na to. Okay. So, relationship. By the way, this is my beautiful wife. She is the look-alike of Lenny Robredo. So, if ever nanalo siya, ako magiging first gentleman. No? So, now, social distancing is not similar to social isolation. So, you should have a virtual communication. So, how do you do? Hindi naman kailangan na katabi mo yung social media, virtual interaction, good use of positive connectivity. Ibig sabihin, pag nag-connect kayo, let's say, nasa overseas worker ka, o kaya nasa overseas ka, tapos hindi, yung anak mo, nasa pag nag-meet kayo, importante na positive ang pag-usapan. Huwag kayo mag-aaway. Kaya mo nga pinuntahan, tinawagan yung anak mo, tinawagan yung mga asawa mo, tinawagan mga kapatid mo, is para kamustahin sila, tapos aawayin mo sila. So, you have to have positive connectivity. Okay? Do not spread fear and intolerance. Ibig sabihin, huwag kang gagawa ng mga chismis-chismis, mga, nakakamatay itong COVID na ito, ganito. It is cultivating the positive feeling can provide sense of belonging. Pag positive ang sinasabi mo sa kanya, feeling niya, ikaw ay para kang nakakampi sa kanya. Belonging. Kunwari, may problema siya, sasabihin mo, sige, I sympathize to you. So, then you feel na, feel na meron kang kakampi. No? Kasi, as of this moment, hirap na yung buhay mo, tapos lahat ng tao mo, feeling mo galit sa'yo. So, that's very sad. No? So, that is the relationship. And then, online meet-up, no? Interactive group. social media, no? Social activity, I'll teach you. We celebrate moon cake with dice. But we have one person in the hospital and then several assistants. They roll the dice and then the other doctors are in their our Viber. So nakikita nila namin yung yung pinaka-dice namin. We also do, last year we also do exchange gift through the online. Kasi minsan pag wala nang bawal na kayo magsaya. Pwede tayo magsaya, no? No, so you can do online activity, no? So volunteer activity. Ang mayroong mga vaccination, mag-volunteer kayo para maging active kayo, no? Then pet can also connect. So pag wala pwede kayong bumili ng aso, pusa, birds, no? Birds pag yung place nyo nasa condo kasi bawal ng aso at pusa. So birds will be good, no? Love birds, no? Maingay yun sa umaga, ingay-ingay. So you have the feeling na mayroon kang kausap, no? And then you can have feast, no? And then be innovative. Gawa ka ng paraan para makapag-connect sa mga kaibigan sa Okay, so the summary for healthy eating is 2Q, 1T, and 3M. So ano yun? Quality and quantity. Ibig sabihin, pagkain mo, take the food that is fresh. Mga gulay, mga karne na fresh. Huwag kang bibili ng mga processed food kasi meron mga nitrates yan, preservative. In a small amount, preservative will not harm you. But if you keep on taking canned food, preserved food for a long time, this contain nitrates. And these nitrates can cause can develop into nitrosamine, which is carcinogenic to the stomach. Okay? And also, red meat is bad because it causes production of the colonic polyp. And colonic polyp in the long run can lead to colonic cancer. But when you take red meat every now and then, it will not harm you. But when you take red meat in the morning, red meat in the lunch, red meat in the dinner, that is no good. So buy fresh food. Do not get those preservatives. Take less salt, okay? Timing. So you have to eat on the same time. Breakfast, 8 o'clock, breakfast. 12 o'clock noon, 3 o'clock merienda, 6 o'clock dinner. Dapat pare-pareho. Para hindi magulo yung body clock mo. No? Hindi magugulo yung body clock. Tapos number 3 is 3M. Mindful eating. So when you eat slow. Huwag kang mabilis. No? When you eat slow, you have a better digestion. So ngayon, my patient will call me, Doctor, nag-impatso na naman ako. Kasi pag kumain na, napakabilis. So you have to sleep slow. Try to chew. Because saliva contains enzyme that help digestion. So when you keep on swallowing, wala silang contact sa iyong mga saliva. So walang So hindi siya magkakaroon ka ng indigestion. So eat slow. And then your mood also, kailangan mapagpasensya tayo. Pag mayroong konting problema sa office, sa bahay, huwag natin masyadong dibdibin. No? So try to be reasonable, try to understand. Baka naman nagkamali lang si katulong sa paggawa, kaya nasira ito. Hindi mo dapat na dibdibin lahat na nangyayari. Kasi ikaw din ang magkakasakit. No? And then, mealtime memories. Ibig sabihin, pagka kumakain sa tamang oras, tapos when you eat, you have to, after eating, like in patient with, in Mediterranean diet, they have what you call pag kumain, after that, they have to talk to each other. After that, saka sila kakain ulit. So, ibig sabihin, namnamin mo yung pagkain. At the same time, you have to interact with other people. No? So, yun. So this is a simple plate, no? Take the blood sugar, no? So you can see here, no? You can see here the different sugar, no? Ito yung dami ng asukal ng iyong paboritong Starbucks, no? And ito yung dami ng sugar ng iyong paboritong mga drinks, no? So ano mangyayari sa inyo? Magkakaroon, pag nagka-diabetes kayo, may stroke ka, may heart attack, yan, mangitim ang iyong mga paa. So this is just a very, very brief summary of what is healthy eating, no? So kasi ang dami mong sinabi, Dr. Tan, hindi namin maintindihan, hindi kang matandaan. So very simple. Avoid simple sugar, no? So ano yun? Candies, ice cream, cake, chocolate, no? And then soft drinks. Pero yung diet, pwede pa konti, no? Or Coke Zero, pwede rin. Okay? But then sweetened juice, sweetened juice and honey. Doktor, yung honey ba matamis? Mataas ang asukal, no? So tapos ito, you can have pork, beef, no? 3 matchbox size kasi laki ng palara ng phosphor. Ayun pa, yung cast ng matchbox, no? Non-fry, every now and then, okay? Then try fruits, no? Only 1 fruit per meal, no? And then okay, so only 1 fruit per meal, and then yan, avoid fruit cocktail, no? So sa akin, yan naman lang sa okay, so isang fruit lang sa umaga, isang fruit sa tanghali, and isang fruit sa gabi. Now the fruit, no, should be taken after meal. Bakit after meal? Turo ng internet sa akin before meal. Okay, ito yung rason. Pag kumain ka ng after meal, kumain ka muna ng lahat. Tapos after meal, kumain ka ng fruits. Yung stomach mo, meron ng kanin, may gulay na meron. So there will be competing to each other for absorption. But when you take your fruits, no, especially diabetic, before meal, every single thing that you eat will be absorbed immediately and goes into the blood vessel and increase your blood sugar. So, sabi lang sometimes, Doktor, bawal ang fruits. Pwede ang fruit, pero after meal. Pero isang saging lang. Lansones, siguro 10 pieces, 15 pieces. No? Papaya, isang slice. Okay. Suha, siguro 3 piraso. But my patient diabetic took 1 kilo of lansones. And then complaining, Doctor, bakit mataas ang asukal? Okay? Then, okay, so now snack to be taken in between breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, pwede ka mag-midnight snack, pag-late ka matulog. No? Pwede mag-midnight snack. Then you have the, what you call the merienda. Snacks, you have the 1/2 glass of non-fat milk. You can have nutrient diabetes, glucerna, or any low-fat milk is good. Then with unsalted biscuit, no? Okay. All right. Good. So ito yung summary ng Now you can see here the different amount of sugar. Ito na to. Itong tubig na to, walang asukal. Itong mga ininom natin, yan ang asukal. Itong paborito natin, Starbucks, no? Frappuccino. Ito yung ganun niya, no? Tapos ito yung Coca-Cola. Okay, 300 no? 136. And then ito yung Sesto. So ito yung different mga Now this picture was taken from the Diabetes Center of Chinese General Hospital. By the way, we have a module there in the Diabetic Center who teaches you how to diet. Especially diabetic or anyone, kailangan ng diet, we have a dietitian who has a module, no? May babayaran ka lang na, we can have what you call the online, we can have the personal face-to-face, no? So not so expensive. But what I told you now is only about 10% of what you should know. If you want to know more detail, you can consult at our diabetic center. We have there a lot of good nutritionists that can give you a lecture. Okay, I think I will finish here. So that's it. Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Josetan. At
Yes, yes.
itong mga question regarding dito sa pinakita mo sa amin, let's say, kapag sabi mo emotional eating, kapag galit ay isang tao, wala siyang gana kumain, at mabilis ang pagpayat niya. Pero ang isa, ang nakikita daw, malakas ang palpitation. So kapag malakas ang palpitation, mas mabilis din ang pagpayat. So okay ba yun ng mga gusto nila mabilis pumayat?
No, that's bad.
Mm.
Pag hindi ka kumakain at mabilis ang palpitation mo, yan ang tinatawag natin na hypoglycemia.
Mm.
Okay. Ano yung hypoglycemia? Pag ang sugar mo normally is about 80 to 100. No, that's the norm. Pag dumating ng 70, mag-start ka na ng konting sweating. Pawis ng malamig, no? After that, pagdating ng 60, nanginginig ng kamay mo. Pagdating ng below 60, magpapalpitate ka na. That's a bad sign. Bad sign yan. Bad sign. So we don't. So in that situation, kailangan mag-ano na siya ng asukal o anything sweet. So that's already a sign ng hypoglycemia. Sometimes it's called the arrhythmia. Arrhythmia is when the body, when you do those unable to eat, the potassium in the body will go down. Once potassium goes down, you can develop cardiac arrhythmia, and that is dangerous. So don't do that.
And then kanina, yun na regarding naman sa ito ay mostly ginagawa na ngayon ng yung mga between 30 to 40 o sabihin natin below 30, yung intermittent diet. So
Yes.
kapag let's say kung nag-intermittent diet, sabihin natin kung yung pasyente, siya ay meron siyang mga maintenance. So ibig sabihin hindi siya kakain ng 16 hours, pero okay lang ba mag-take siya ng mga maintenance medicine? Let's say kung meron siyang high blood o meron siyang diabetic. So ito po ba ay nakaka-cause pa ng ulcer?
Depende. Kasi kung hyperacidic ka, so malalaman mo kung hyperacidic ka. Pagka hindi ka na kumakain, mag-start ka na magkaroon ng burp, no? Yun, sign na yan, sign na. Yung acid, pumapanik yun, so yung gas going up yan. Yung lasa mo sa bibig mo maalat. So that's already sign ng hyperacidity. In that case, pwede ka mag-fasting pero iinom ka ng gamot para sa Okay.
Gamot para sa ulcer o yung
siguro
ulcer?
Proton pump inhibitor or H2 antagonist, no? Ranitid or your omeprazole. Like a patient who is a Muslim, no? Ramadan, they cannot eat. They are fasting. Pero sobra yung kanyang acidic. So what I did is that I give them medicine to lower down their acid until the Ramadan is done.
And then, doktor naman, kapag sila naman ay meron constipation, so sabihin, tapos nagte-take sila ng Senocot, ito po ba ay pwedeng araw-araw at pwede pa, how long ba, meron bang certain number of weeks na pagte-take ng Senocot o yun? Tapos meron din kasi, nagte-take naman ng bigger line, mga gusto pumayat, yung gusto nila magka-LBM. So, at ito po ba ay meron pong side effect?
Now, regarding Senocot and bigger lie, okay? Bigger lie contains Senocot. So, pinasok lang yung Senocot sa loob ng bigger lie. That's, eto, pag binigyan ka ng bigger lie, mag-LBM ka. LBM ka, yung mga kinain mo matatanggal. Okay, so, then your body needs more food. So, they have to burn calorie, kaya pumapayat ka. Senocot, the bigger lie contains Senocot inside. Ang Senocot kasi, this is a laxative. So sometimes, in the long run, nagkakaroon ka ng tolerance. Ibig sabihin, hindi na tumatalab. So this thing happened. Now, Senocot itself, it is not bad. Hindi siya unlike the Dulcolax, which is habit forming. So habit forming ang Dulcolax. So some of the patients who took them when they are still young, they say, tsaka nakakaroon din ng tolerance. Just say, 2 tablets, no? I have one patient, 16-year-old, nagdudulcolax na siya. It saw me when she was already 36. And she was taking 30 pieces of Dulcolax every day para makatae. So, nakaroon siya ng tolerance. This type of situation, dapat maimbestigahan. Ano ba ang cause ng constipation? So, number 1 is, maybe kulang siya ng fiber. So, kailan bibigyan mo ng fiber, vegetable, fruits, importante. So, some people naman, mabagal ang contraction. So, yun, maganda yung Senocot. So, some people, kulang ng fiber. So, maganda yung fiber. So fibrosine, bigyan mo ng fruits, vegetable, no? Some people naman, mahaba lang ang bituka. Mahaba. So, when we do colonoscopy, mahaba bituka. So, this patient will benefit from Senocot. Okay? But the most important thing is try to investigate. Other patient, they have what you call the tumor sa bituka. So these people develop constipation. And they did not consult doctor, they keep on drinking it until unable to move. So the colonoscopy, colonic cancer pala. So in patient chronic constipation, they also have to undergo colonoscopy to detect early tumor na nagbabara. Pwede rin.
At kanina, Doktor, meron ka nabanggit na tungkol sa virgin olive oil. And
Yeah.
then meron din na nagtitake daw ng 4 tablespoon na virgin coconut oil. Ito po ba ay nagdudulot po ba ng good cholesterol o hindi?
Unfortunately, hindi siya itong coconut oil natin, hindi siya unsaturated. So that's why even if our government keeps on promoting the coconut oil, nationally hindi siya accepted kasi nga hindi siya unsaturated. But we need unsaturated, monounsaturated fatty acid, which is the virgin olive oil. Pero yung coconut oil natin is not. Pero in people who cannot who are constipated, ang ganda ng virgin coconut oil. So 2 tablespoon lang ang ganda ng dumi nila. Pwede rin.
How about yun, ano naman, Doktor? Yun lagi nagtitake ng mga, di ba, ang sabi nila, mas maganda daw na kahit in a day, kaya po, yung boiled egg, na kahit 4 in a day, okay lang ba? O kaya, o dapat yung egg white lang ang kakainin, yung egg yolk hindi?
Okay. Kasi controversial yan eh. Lumabas na yung test study. Yung egg yolk will not cause cholesterol, no? There have been, for the past 40 years, meron ng study na hindi siya egg yolk, you can only take twice a week. And then egg white, you can take as much because it's just. Pero controversial. Some people, yung egg yolk, okay. Pero based on the physician experience ng mga cardiologists, dapat egg yolk i-limit sa 2 times a week lang. Yeah. Sa mga cardiologists. Unless bakit sa puso, you're healthy, bigyan kita ng idea. Yung swimmer ng Amerika, yung champion swimmer, he's taking, ano pangalan? Michael Phelps. He's taking 12,000 calorie every day. Pero nagagamit naman niya sa swimming niya. No? 12,000 calories, about 20 slice of pan na may laman sa loob. And, no? So,
yes, Jerry, after my question, pwede ka na pumili sa ating chat box, ha? Doktor,
Okay, sure.
Doktor, yung lagi paggamit po ng microwave oven, every time na kung meron silang ulam, talagang mas siyempre meron iba katulad ako, ako talagang hilig ko ay mga kinakain ko ay gusto ko mainit lagi ang ulam. So, is it pat daw ba ngayon na lagi gagamitin ang microwave oven
Okay.
para mainit ang ulam?
Okay. Ito, nabiktima rin ako niyan eh. Galing yan sa text message, di ba? About microwave oven that is bad for the health. Then finally, there was one friend of mine from US who sent me the fact check, no? Ibig sabihin na fake news yun. Actually, the story of microwave oven na in Japan, na na-discover nila na nakakakos ng illness, is a joke. Joke rin ng Russian, dalawang Russian nagjo-joke lang. Microwave oven sa Japan na nakaka-cancer, tapos yung government, binaban na yung microwave oven, no? And this is just started as a joke. Tapos nag-spread until dumating sa akin. Then na-send ko rin na-forward ko rin sa mga friends ko. Then my friends corrected me na this is just a joke. From that Russian teenager, naglalokohan lang. Tapos gumawa sila ng story na parang totoo. No? Pero there's no such thing. It is safe. No? Safe. Because the US FDA is very, very strict. If they see anything wrong, they will stop it. No? But microwave hindi nababan sa Amerika.
Sir Jerry?
Yes, hi, Doctor. There's a question here sa chat box na nagtatanong, pagdating sa mga diabetic, sa blood works, alin daw mas accurate, ang FBS ba o yung HbA1c?
Okay, both of them accurate yan. Pero ang fasting blood sugar will only tell you at that time. Kasi yung sugar mo at 6 o'clock and 6:15, 6:30, 6:45, iba-iba yan. There may konti na diferensya. So fasting at that state. While the hemoglobin A1c tells you more on the average blood sugar for the past 3 months.
Okay.
Number 2, the fasting tells you that hepatic glucose production. Pag natulog ang isang tao, yung liver niya nagpo-produce ng sugar. Okay? So this sugar is being produced by the liver. Sa yung liver nagpo-produce. So, pag mataas ang hepatic glucose production mo, pag gising mo, yung fasting mo mataas. Okay? Kaya nga, ginagawa nila, meron silang binibigay na gamot para makontrol ang hepatic glucose production. Pag na-control mo yan, ang fasting mo magiging normal. Okay. The hemoglobin A1c is also a function of the postprandial. Postprandial meaning, pagkatapos mo kumain, after 2 hours, yun madedetect yan by the hemoglobin A1c. After 2 hours, pag mataas pa ng 140 yung sugar mo, yung hemoglobin A1c mo tataas din. So, you have to combine the two. Yung nalaman mo, fasting mo maganda na, ibig sabihin yung liver production ng sugar mo control na, then you have to take the postprandial. Postprandial is pagkatapos kong kumain, 2 hours after, dapat pababa na ng below 140 to 160. Pag nag-200 yan, ibig sabihin, kulang ka ng control ng sugar mo 2 hours after. So hand in hand.
Okay. Yung follow-up dito is, can a diabetic borderline o kaya pre-diabetic na tao, marireverse ba niya yung condition by just nutrition o control sa kanyang diet, sa nutrition at sa exercise without taking any medication?
Yeah, that's a very nice question, no? No, in patients who are diabetic, pre-diabetic daw ng pre, no? Pre-diabetic. This pre-diabetic has a tendency to develop diabetes in the future. Now, what will stop them from getting diabetes? Okay, so a very good example, my teacher, no? My teacher is Dr. Ricardo Fernando. It's yung pasyente niya, dalawang Concepcion brothers. No, Raul and the other one Concepcion. Twin yan twin. But the other Concepcion, gain weight early. Lumabas yung sugar, diabetes siya mas maaga. This other condition did not gain weight. Now, we are talking about twin, identical twin. Ibig sabihin, pag sila ay dahil sa genetic, pag mag-diabetes sila, dapat sabay-sabay sila. Let's say, isa 40 years old, naka-diabetes. Itong mate kambal niya, 40 years old. Pero ito, hindi siya. Hindi siya naka-diabetes until late. Why? Because hindi siya nag-gain ng weight. So the most important thing is, if you can maintain your weight, you will not become diabetic. O second, those who are diabetic and underwent bariatric surgery. Bariatric surgery is when they cut the stomach into 1/3. No? The diabetes disappear. The hypertension disappear and everything. Naging normal sila. No? But these are diabetic already. So that means that if you can control the food, you lower down the weight, the patient, diabetes disappear. So, ngayon, ang treatment ng diabetes na overt diabetes, yung hindi makontrol na overweight, bariatric, they lose weight, their sugar goes down, ng normal, walang gamot, from insulin to no medicine. Okay? It can... Okay?
Okay. Salamat po, Doktor. Tungkol naman sa pagkain, sa, let's say sa poultry, may tanong dito, kung chicken daw, may pagkakaiba ba within a chicken, red meat at white meat part? May pagkakaiba ba sa thigh at breast? Kung alin daw siya red meat at alin ang white meat po?
No. Chicken is all white meat yan, chicken.
All white meat.
Only 2 red meat, no? The red meat, no? Beef and then the pork.
So mapa-ostrich din is still considered white meat pa rin pa?
Yes.
Opo.
White meat yan. Okay. Ngayon,
Opo.
ang tanong mo is, what is the least fat sa chicken? Pinaka-least is the breast. Kaya nga, mahal ang chicken breast. The chicken breast is more expensive than chicken leg, chicken thigh. Okay?
Opo. Tapos may tanong dito, do we need to be mindful as to the calorie intake pagdating sa healthy diet? Let's say, dapat i-monitor ba natin yung food natin pagdating sa protein? So, let's say protein, carbohydrates, fruits and veggies. So, ang basehan nun is yung parang yung pyramid na ginawa ninyo, tama? Yun ba yun?
Yes. You have to eat more. No, when you have you have to. Can you see my screen now?
Kanina, opo.
Wala na ito screen. Hindi mo nakita ito screen.
Hindi na po.
Okay, so you have to eat half plate vegetable, 1/4 carbohydrates. Kanin, noodles, bread. These are the carbo. And 1/4 that protein. Protein is the chicken and fish. Okay, so yun ang for diabetic. If you want to eat red meat, pork and beef, 3 matchbox size lang.
Opo.
Not fried. Anything that is fried, double the calorie. Kunwari, ang mo 10 lang, na prito mo, magiging 20 na. So, lugi ka doon. Pero mo, boiled, hindi tataas ang calorie, so pwede ka pa kumain.
Okay. So something related to this about diet is tungkol sa pagiging vegetarian naman daw. Kung yung someone who is totally vegetarian, no meat, no dairy, healthy pa ba yung ganito? Or ano daw ang effect nito in the long run? At saka kung kailangan niya mag-take ng mga vitamin supplements?
Yeah, very nice question. Among the vegetarian, they are so healthy, no? So I was able to train in India. Then we do the colonoscopy there. So what I have noticed, because Indian majority are vegetarian, what I noticed there is that they hardly see a polyp. No? Ibig sabihin, pagka nakasita na sila ng polyp, excited na yung mga doktor doon. Dito sa Pilipinas, sa isang araw, out of 10 patients, 5 yung may polyp. No? So, ibig sabihin, when you take vegetable, you prevent you from getting the colonic polyp. That's that one advantage. No? Ngayon, how about the disadvantage? So, since that meron silang wala silang mga meat protein, no? But they use vegetable protein as substitute for the meat protein. But the meat protein is not as, the vegetable protein is not as efficient as the meat protein. So maybe you can take some protein supplement, no? I don't know kung pwedeng gatas. Pwede ba gatas sa vegetarian? Pwede?
Ano, Dok? Vegetable, soya?
Soya. Soya. Pero hindi. Hindi pwedeng animal protein, no?
Ibang ano?
So if they can take supplement protein, tapos mga ka-iron nila, kasi mas mataas ang iron level ng mga meat. No? So, kaya medyo, pwede ba ang egg sa vegetarian? Iklog?
Depende, Dok. May pesco vegetarian.
Pesco vegetarian, no? Pwede. Kasi kung pwede, egg is also a good protein. Kung pwede nila, no? So, bawal na lahat ng live, no? So,